Good morning, happy Friday, aloha Friday. I just got out of Jamba Juice. I didn't go to Starbucks this morning. I didn't, my mind didn't want anything out of there. So I went next door to Jamba Juice and I was going to get their oatmeal because I like it. But they were out of it. So I'm already in there now. I'm committed. So I was like, well, let me figure something else out. And I ended up getting like an acai smoothie instead of an acai bowl and a bagel. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to work, and on Fridays, we call it Aloha Fridays, and we wear our Hawaiian shirts. So any Hawaiian shirt you want to wear with your black shorts. Oh, I like that. It's it's an acai bowl, but a smoothie. You drinking it instead of eating it. And of course, it don't have the toppings on it either. But yeah, so anyways, it's Friday. Listen, I did not get to the gym this morning. This is my second day I've missed since I started 6 weeks ago. And to be honest, just being honest, before I come on my cycle, I get super tired. My levels crash, right? And typically your hormones just do before you come on. But golly, they really put me in a slumber. I can't get out of my sleep type. So I got some good sleep last night. For some reason, I woke up at 1 in the morning, went back to sleep, and I think I woke up at 3:50. I got in the market and I laid back down at 4:30. Was gonna get back up at 5. Get back up in 15 minutes and go down the street to the gym so I could be there at 5 as normal, as usual. And I woke up at 6 o'clock. Yeah. So no alarm, just vibes. 6 o'clock. And I looked at my phone. I was like, damn. Because I'm coming home at 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So to wake up at 6, my day is shot. So I ain't go to the gym today. But I ain't really pressed about it. I'm not training for nothing. I'm not, if my body needed that sleep, I ain't mad at it. So I went on and got the sleep. But while I was in the shower this morning, I knew I was going to come on here because I feel like my car chats are just going to be a thing. But I be talking to myself about stuff sometimes, and the last time I talked about something to myself, I actually recorded that in the car too, but the conversation I had with myself was at work. So this time, the conversation I had in the shower this morning was about praying for the people who did you wrong. And I don't know what video you're gonna see and in what order, but in my earlier videos, I talk about how much I'm going to talk about God. God is going to be the center of he's the center of my life. So he has to be the center of my YouTube channel too. And all the times I thought I was going to start my YouTube channel, it wasn't going to be as God focused as it is now. So I'm happy that it didn't start sooner, and it's starting now. Anyway, I was in the shower this morning, and the thought came to me about praying for people who did you wrong. Can you do that? Have you done that? Because we're supposed to do that. the Bible says to pray for your enemies, and I don't feel like I have any enemies. I've never really felt like I had an enemy. Like I barely feel like don't nobody like me, because every time I come around, people are friendly. So I don't know if they don't like me or not. How dare I say I got an enemy? However, there are some circumstances and some situations that happened and transpired in the past that would have me feel a way about some individuals. However, after having gone through this process that I've had to go through of dying to my old self, I don't feel that way about them. And the book that I'm reading, called The 5 a.m. Crew, it talks about your heart. In one chapter, it talked about the heart being as light as a feather if you were to put it on a scale. And I thought that was so profound, because I was like, man, if I was to put my heart on a scale and have the feather on the other end, how balanced would it be? And that is telling in how much I'm carrying around, right? So it takes me back to the shower, because I think about how I'm able to, when a person that I've had a situation or a conflict with in the past, I'm able to be like, God, I hope they're happy. God, I pray for their happiness, is what I'll say. God, bless them in any way that you see fit. When they come to my mind and my thoughts, like I talked about in my last video, my thoughts, when they come to me, learning in meditation that I do not have to pick them up and play with them and get involved and emotionally charged behind them. I can just watch them flow like I'm standing on a bank and watching a river. I don't have to jump in the river. I can watch it though, so I don't have to jump in the river of my thoughts. So when the thought comes up, it could be of a past situation. Just because I'm healed from things does not mean that these thoughts won't come up and that the things never happen. It just means that I'm emotionally whole now. I don't have a whole bunch of brokenness in me, and I'm not operating from a place of brokenness. I'm whole now, finally, in life. And so back to the shower, the thought comes to me about wondering, well, not wondering, but just to come on here to talk about how it would be a way for you to tell where you are in your journey. If when these people come to your mind who have done you wrong, or you might have enemies. I just say I don't have an enemy. I never have. But if you have those type of people that come into your mind, as I'm talking to you about this, I know they come into your mind, and I'm challenging you. I'm not trying to tell you, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just challenging you to see if you're in a space where when they come to your mind, instead of going over how it makes you feel, or sit with how that makes you feel and why, and then see if you can progress to a place where you simply just utter a prayer for them real quick. God, I pray for their happiness. God, I pray for their health. God, I pray that they find peace. Because just because y'all went through something, and it does not have to be a boyfriend, girlfriend type of thing. That's not always where I'm coming from with these car chats. They're just relationships, period, with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your family, a co-worker, just whoever you have a relationship with. We tied to so many people in our daily lives. So when they come across your mind, see where you are with that, with that process, and work on making your heart, like, see what you gotta go through to get to a place where when you put your heart on the scale, it's gonna be as light as a feather. Me, this time last year, my heart wasn't as light as a feather. You know what I'm saying? Now, I asked God the other day to show me my heart, and I'll do that randomly because it might be some stuff down in there that I done suppressed, or is some residual stuff left over, and I'm bold enough to ask him to show it to me, and I'm also bold enough to want to face it and fix it. So I asked him, God, show me my heart, show me me. What's down there left over? And he will show it to me. Like, listen, you gotta be careful what you ask that man. He's coming. And it might not look how you thought it was supposed to look. So please be specific when you pray and ask God to remove people who, don't mean you no good. They might remove your husband. They might remove your best friend. They might be careful what you out here praying, because everything you send out, your words are so powerful that when you send them out, they gotta come back and find you. That was just for free. That little piece right there, that was for free. But before I wrap this up, I just want to close in saying that you do not have to stay where you are in life. If you really want to do the work and get to the other side, I promise it's beautiful. I did the work. I'm not done. I'm not finished. I ain't gained my wings yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a chariot. God ain't sent for me yet. But the little obstacles that I was facing in life that were necessary to project me to the next part of my life, I did that. I got my battle gear on, and I fought with myself. And I won. I had to shed a lot of stuff, but I won, and I feel good. So I want somebody, anybody, if it's just one person, before I come on here, I ask God, just speak through me and use me as a vessel to be able to touch one person. I don't even advertise that I have a YouTube channel in no shape or form. I don't do a whole lot of like, share, and subscribe. I'm not even at the point where I'm hashtagging stuff yet. I'm just really being me and recording when I feel like it. I'm not trying to go out here and make content, create content. This is my life. It's real. So I don't see me getting burnt out as a content creator, because I'm not out here running around trying to create anything. I am the vibe. I don't have to create one. Anyway, it's Friday. I'm challenging somebody out there watching this. It's going to get to who it's supposed to get to. Me and the universe like this. I just got to do the work, because faith without works is dead, right? So I do the work, and then I let the faith part do its magic. I let God do the heavy lifting and get my videos where they're supposed to be. So I'm grateful to be able to just even have this opportunity to do something like this. And I'm going to take it seriously. And I'm going to feel like when I come on here, I'm going to be my authentic self. I'm real. I'm going to be telling the truth. I got people who really watch this, who really know me, for real. And there's no way I can get on here and do a whole bunch of lying. That's not even, So, yeah, understand that. I hope that you just feel the authenticity coming from here, from the heart. Anyway, y'all, it's 7:50, and I usually clock in at 7:53, so it's a beautiful day. Look, sun's out, baby. It's about 75 degrees already. It was 72 before the sun came out. So, Aloha Friday. Pray for somebody that did you wrong, man. You ain't got to get on your knees and do a whole lot of stuff. Just whisper a little prayer if you can. And if you ain't there yet, man, I'm challenging you to get there. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for whoever out there that's struggling to let some things go, cause I know how it feel to hold on. I know how it feel to as soon as that thought come, that ooh, and that energy come over you, and now you in a whole nother mind frame. Ooh, I know, baby. I'm praying for you. You gonna make it. I'm telling you, cause I did the work, and I made it through the other side. I don't know what's to come next, but I'm enjoying right here. Anyway, I gotta go, cause I start talking again. I love God. I love everything He's done in my life, and I could talk about Him for a long time, cause He's done so much in these 42 years. I'm so excited to see what He do the rest of my life, the rest of the time I got here, and I don't mind sharing it. So every time I get on here, I'm going to say something about God and the process that He brought me through, because this is what I pray for. And so I'm just living in one of my manifestations. I done been through a lot of them, but this is my YouTube channel is one of them. So I'm excited to watch it grow and to see who all it touches. Anyway, mahalo. Good morning. It's Saturday. Aloha. It is 7:35 and I am almost at work. I left super early this morning. First of all, this is my second day in a row not going to the gym because I am so tired in the morning. I keep sleeping past when I'm supposed to wake up. I wake up too early and I'll lay back down because I always do that, and I woke up this morning at 6:35, and I'm typically in the shower, standing in the shower at that time. So, but I ain't tripping. Like I said, my body just wants this rest, so I'ma honor that. And I'm not in any type of competition or got some type of weight, you know, training to. I'm just going to the gym, and I go when I feel like it. So these past 2 days, my body ain't felt like it. So we've been sleeping. This morning I woke up with lines from the sheets all over my body. Like I had lines all over my face. I had them all over my chest. I was like, damn. My arms had some on there. I was like, golly, I must be really in here sleeping. Feeling good this morning. My pimple right here wanted to let y'all know that he feel good too. Just been in all the videos the past week, full of vibes, and that's okay. That's just, you know, my body wants to let me know, hey, your cycle's coming. I don't know why it's got to let me know like that, but fine. What's a little bump? As long as he get here, do what he need to do, and go on. You know what I'm saying? I don't bother him. I just let my body bring them. My body get rid of them. That's just the vibe. Anyways, I just got to work. I didn't get me anything to eat for breakfast. I just got my protein shake. I always have a protein shake though, so that's nothing new. But I got my protein shake this morning, and I don't know. I'm just going to work. Like I don't have nothing. I don't have any breakfast. I didn't go to the gym. Like I'm just vibing this pretty Saturday morning, and I ain't tripping off nothing. I wanted to let somebody know that you ain't gotta have $1 million in the bank to be considered rich. Being rich and wealthy, those are states of mind. It's gotta start in your mind. I'm already wealthy. I'm already rich. Like my experiences in my life have made me rich, and the experiences that I have right now, especially living in Maui for the past 7 months, like you can't tell me I ain't rich. All of these experiences that I've had, from whale watching to just walking down the street when I get off of work and going to sit at the beach and watch the sunset, like loving my job, loving to come to work every morning, having good health. My daughters are in good health. Like I'm rich. I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy. If health is wealth, I'm wealthy. Look at wealthy me. I take care of myself really good. Like I've always done it, but once my mind, you know what I'm saying, after I went through all the like burning and shedding of my old self, and I finally stepped through the threshold of having my mind right, then I was able for the last 6 weeks to go to the gym and get my body right. Like, oh my gosh, you know, my health is is top tier. My regimens that I go through every day, you know, I gotta get a little bit better at taking my supplements every day and every night. But other than that, man, life is good, and it's not gonna matter where I'm living at, and it's not gonna matter like the circumstances joy. I'm gonna have joy in any situation, because now I know, like, I know now from having gone through some things that, first of all, it ain't gonna last forever. Second of all, the way I look at things now, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. So what am I supposed to get out of this? What am I supposed to learn from this? What is God wanting me to learn from this? So that's the way I approach things that's coming up in my life, instead of why me? What am I supposed to learn from this? But all I wanted to say was, like, you ain't gotta be, you don't have to have them. Listen, people out here chasing money because they empty inside and they think that's gonna bring them something. It's gonna fill voids. It doesn't. How many people in Hollywood alive themselves on a daily basis? Millionaires. They out, they leave. Like, you Atlanta has a MARTA system. The train situation, and I remember a year or two ago, their CEO, like, laid his body out in front of one of them. What a way! Like, he laid out in front of one of the trains that he is the CEO of, and had the train run over him. Like, people just need to understand that this don't have nothing to do with money, man. And when you get the money and you constantly buying the things, you done bought the watch, you done bought the house, you bought the car, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the clothes, you got the, it's not gonna do anything. It's not adding to you in any way, because if you strip all of that stuff away, who are you? How do you feel if you take away the accolades and the achievements, the titles, when those things are stripped away? This is why a lot of people will commit suicide when they lose their jobs. They're losing their identity. Their identity's wrapped up in that job. The identity is wrapped up in, this is the lifestyle that I live. The identity is wrapped up in, I don't have this type of money in my bank account anymore. And so who am I now? I don't know who I am, and I don't want to be that person. I've never had to deal with that because I've always had the money. They gave me a fake facade of identity, and a lot of people can't handle that. I'm happy that I have been on a journey to be able to, and I wanted to do it this way. I know that when it's all said and done, I will be a millionaire. Like, that I don't worry about that part. I wanted to have my mental together before the money came. And so I think, and I'm pretty sure that the prayers that I've prayed had me to have to go through certain situations in my life to become who I am now. So, as messed up as some of those situations were, like, if I was to take any of them away, it would strip away a little bit of who I am today. So I had to go through that. Life was teaching me stuff that I needed along this journey. So when I come into all of this money, and when it's all said and done, and I am a millionaire, and I am creating generational wealth for my grandkids, I don't have to worry about trying to fill voids. Voids have been filled in me. I've never felt more whole in my life. So I just wanted to let somebody know, like, this grind culture and this always being busy culture and chasing the bag culture, it's an illusion, man. You cannot get caught up in that shit. You gonna run yourself ragged, and you still ain't gonna be satisfied if you don't just do the work. It's gonna be people who ain't gonna do the work. Like, they ain't gonna do the work, and they gonna chase the money. It's crazy because the devil will give you, he know what you want and he gonna give it to you real fast. You just gotta be careful the things that you chasing. Good morning. And then figuring out the intent behind it. I'll never forget when TD Jakes, like 2 years ago, he was like figuring out your why, like your intent. Why do you want this money? So you can stun on somebody. You know what I'm saying? What's the heart behind you wanting to have this house? Is it because you think that it's gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? Sit with that. Sit with your intent of why you want this stuff so bad. He said, because if your why is broken, then your what won't work. You praying and asking God for these things that God don't mind to give you, but your why is broke. Why you want it? And he know why. All he do is search the heart. That's all he do is search the heart. He don't care how many times you go to church. He's searching the heart. Because when things happen, how you going to act and things that you say, they come from right here. Your intent, your motives constantly come from the heart. So why do you want this money? Why do you want this house? Why you want these valuable things? Like, he wants you to prosper. He don't want you to be poor. Like, that's not his. But there are poor people who are rich in the mind. You know, I done talked to homeless people since I've been here so much on the beach, like, rich in the mind. So yeah, I don't want to. I'm glad that I'm glad that I had the wherewithal to be able to pray and ask God to let me be whole first, because I don't want to be a millionaire and I'm empty inside and I'm surrounding myself with a bunch of things. I already was a materialistic person in my 20s anyway. And I had a whole bunch of things. Like, I was in the military and I had, you know, things like that. I like nice stuff. So I've always just been attracted to things. And I had a time in my life where every time I went out, like, it's probably like that now with people. Like, I'm just telling you, in my 20s, like 20 years ago, like, I wasn't going to wear the same thing to the club. And I went out every weekend. Everything that was hanging in my closet, I could tell you the night I wore it, and I wasn't gonna wear it no more. I was very materialistic. Like, it that's just one of the things that stick out to me, that how I used to be. And then just over time grew out of that. Well, it was worse with my daughters, because I feel like your kid's supposed to look way better than you at all times. So anyways, I'm happy that growth happened, because that materialism is just brokenness. It comes from a place of brokenness, and you trying to make sure I look this way on the outside so people can't see inside. For a lot of people, it ain't nothing in there. It's nothing in there. Like, I ain't never dealt with a broke man before, because I'm just not gonna do that. But the things that he has don't drive me either. Like, I know some girls who, like, I used to know some girls who a guy could pull them with his car. I've never been that person. So I'm just happy that I got to this place, though, and got real secure in myself, and can be able to turn around and reach back and tell somebody one or two things along the way, like, hey man, listen, get the money, like, for real, get it, but make sure you whole when you have it. because it's not going to fill you. It's not going to fill that void. It's just not. Just look around. The people you see on social media, on your timelines, with all they shit on, they don't tell you, like, for real, like, what they really going through in life. Those 15-minute reels of them, it's not real. Social media is not real. That's all I got to say today, this morning. It's so pretty. It's Saturday. About to go out here and clean these rooms and have a great day. Like, I have great days every day. I hope y'all do too. I really do. God loves you.